Good morning. I'm going to call to order this meeting in the Monroe County Board of Commissioners. It is Thursday, January 15th, and we will begin with our public statement read by Commissioner Madeira.
We, the Monroe County Board of Commissioners, renew our commitment to welcome and protect the rights of all people, regardless of age, race, color, creed, disability, sexual orientation, gender, gender identity, marital status, economic status, and national origin. And we affirm the right of every person to live peacefully and without fear. And we will fight and resist at every step discrimination and harmful policies, whatever their source. We believe in diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. We also stand in support of our county public school systems, both RBB and MCCSC.
All right, thank you so much. I will note for the record that Commissioner Madeira and myself are here and present in the Nat U. Hill room, and Commissioner Jones is absent today. Our next item is election of officers. If you would make a motion, please.
Yes, I would like to move to elect officers for the 2026 year.
And they are?
They are Julie Thomas, President, and Jody Madeira, Vice President.
All right, I will second that. All those in favor of approving the election of officers signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Next, we have our department updates. And I believe we have someone here. Hello. Good morning, Ms. Kelly.
Good morning, Commissioners. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
According to the Indiana Department of Health, emergency department visits for COVID-like illness have remained stable, but wastewater concentrations are continuing to trend up. According to data from Wastewater Scan, we are seeing high levels of COVID, flu, and RSV circulating. The health department is currently transitioning vaccination services from IU Health Community Health to providing in-house services. These services will be located at 119 West 7th Street. Vaccination is not currently available in the department. We are referring the public to CVS, Kroger Minute Clinic, and the Morgan County Health Department. January is National Radon Action Month. The health department does offer free testing for homeowners. You can access the form on the website or call 812-349-2882.
All right, thank you so much. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
None, thank you.
I don't have any questions either. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Any other departments have an update for us? You can raise your hand in Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none, we'll move on to public comment. Public comment is reserved for items that are not on our agenda. We ask commenters to limit their time to 3 minutes per person and to provide your name and county of residence when you begin speaking. You may raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium here in the Nat U. Hill room. All right, seeing none, we will move on to our next item, which is the approval minutes.
Yes, I would like to move approval of the minutes for December 18th, 2025 and January 8th, 2026.
I will second that. Any comments, corrections, edits?
I do not have any, thank you.
Thank you. All those in favor of approving the minutes for December 18th, 2025 and January 8th, 2026 signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. And we will now move on to the claims docket for this week and also the ratifications.
Yes, I would like to move approval for the claims docket for accounts payable for January 15th, 2026. And I would like to move to ratify accounts payable for January 8th, 2026, for payroll for December 23rd, 2025, and payroll for January 9th, 2026.
I will second that. And without worrying about the ratifications, Ms. Moser, can you tell us about this week's?
Yes, of course. The accounts payable claims docket for January 15th, 2026 totals $1,551,434.99. This includes all emergency claims and adjustments.
I'm just curious as to whether or not item C is included in claims.
We'll go ahead and deal with that after reports on our agenda. Yes.
Yes, item C is included in those amounts.
What? I'm sorry. What item C?
Item C has two claims that are included in this claim docket.
Okay. Can you go ahead and?
I don't have the numbers.
So for
31,000 maybe, is that what the,
yes, $31,800.
yeah, 31,000.
And that amount is included in the total that I gave.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and make a motion to remove those items from the claims docket, totaling $31,800, which relates to item C on our agenda, which we're going to get to in a minute. Can I get a second?
Yes, I would like to second that motion.
Okay, thank you. Any public comment on the motion to amend? Okay, all those in favor of amending the claims docket signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Thank you, Ms. Purdy, because I did not see that on the claims this week, so my bad. So thank you for that. Okay. Any other questions or comments on the claims docket? Okay. Any public comment on the claims docket? All right. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the claims docket, accounts payable January 15th, 2026, that's amended, and also to ratify accounts payable January 8th, 2026, and payroll December 23rd, 2025, and payroll January 9th, 2026, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Purdy. All right. I will note for the record that we have received reports from the clerk of the circuit court for November 2025, a report from the treasurer, November 2025, and a report from Weights and Measures for December of 2025. And before we move on to new business, I'll hear a motion to amend our agenda.
I would like to move to amend our agenda.
And that's to remove item C.
Yes, I would like to move to amend our agenda to remove item C.
All right, I will second that. Hopefully that will be part of that will be heard with council in attendance. That was supposed to be today, and I don't believe that's going to happen today. So at some point, we invite the council to make a presentation on the BEDC contribution. All those in favor of amending the agenda signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Now we'll move on to item A, please.
I would like to move to hear the presentation of Monroe County's 100R.
I'll second that. I don't know is Ms. Gregory coming? Is she here, or are you presenting that today? Oh,
I will
lucky
present
you.
on that, yes.
Thank you.
So this is the annual presentation of the 100R. This is a statutory requirement of the auditor's office to provide a statement of the county's receipts and expenditures for the preceding calendar year, including compensation for all officers, deputies, and employees. This has been submitted to Indiana Gateway. So the public can access it there if they'd like to review it, and the commissioners as well, of course. So it's all available there. It's also been posted on the courthouse doors, on the bulletin board in the courthouse. It has been posted in the Justice Building kiosk, and it has been posted in the Showers Building in the notice case over by where the Parks area was.
Okay.
And I'm happy to answer any questions if you have any.
Thank you so much. A housekeeping item. Do you have any comments or questions?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Okay. I don't either. Thank you for presenting that. Any public comment on this item? You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none. That was the presentation. There's no vote on that to accept it, and we will move on to the next item, please.
Yes, wanted to make a motion to hear the 2026 Surveyor Review Board of reappointments.
I will second that.
Good morning. I raised my hand and I was hoping TSD would promote me to share my screen. I was going to do a department update, but this is all about the review board process. It'll be very short and sweet. I could just read what I submitted, but I think this is better for the public.
I think they're allowing you to do
Yeah, they
that.
gave me access. So I'll get to the share. And this is a routine appointment for our Surveyor Review Board, which I'm very happy that they're willing to serve. What we have on the screen is a dashboard, and what I was going to show is kind of just a quick summary of our efforts of our perpetuation. Our quota is 75 per year. We perpetuated 81, so that was great. I'm going to just highlight 1 month. You kind of see this area that we were focused on. There's some cool functionality of the dashboard that actually allows people to get the record that is associated with the monument, and they can get this on the field. And what's really cool is the 3 stamps on the bottom. So not only is this survey grade, we have usually unanimous support for all the approvals here. So that's 5 licensed surveyors pretty much agreeing to this location. Also, one other thing I was quickly wanting to show is this chart here, which I actually put together today. That's all of the surveyors and the section corners that have been approved throughout us keeping records. But what I think is really cool is this survey grade. It should filter this. So far, I've been able to achieve 71% of our section corners with survey grade standards, and I think that's really neat. I'll go ahead and minimize that and just kind of show you that what we do in the office, we're actually on the ground doing a perpetuation survey, so that's a whole square mile of work being conducted. And then this is just a quick agenda for our review board, and then we go through this and then they approve that. So there's a lot of work that goes into each one of these monuments being approved. And my request today is, oh, well, I should leave all that up there just so it doesn't look ugly. My request today is to reappoint Todd Borgman, Eric Deckard, Jess Gwynn, that all are residents in Monroe County, and then Rachel Ozer, and also ask for the waiver of provision D in chapter 216-2, the uniformity of residency requirement, and I'm hoping to get your support.
Okay. Thank you so much. Do you have any comments or questions?
I do not. Thank you.
I assume this is a 1-year appointment?
Yeah, I'll be back here in 1 year, give you a
right.
status update, and
Right.
keep.
Yeah, and I would ask, I mean, this is minor, but it's been several years, but I would ask that you update your logo for your stationery and your maps. You have the old Monroe County government logo on everything. It's been
Oh, for
several
sure.
years. Yeah.
That's not
appreciate
something
it.
I'm doing, but I'll pass that on
Yeah,
to,
yeah. Thank
to
you. Yeah,
Mr. Baton.
thank you. This is to appoint Eric Decker, Todd Borden, and Jess Gwynn from Monroe County, and Ms. Rachel Ozer, who lives outside of Monroe County, waiving Provision D, to the
Survey
a
Review
corner, section corner perpetuation program. And we appreciate their service. Thank you. Any comments on this? You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none, all those in favor of reappointing the 2026 Section Corner Perpetuation Program members signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We have removed item C from the agenda, and we will now move on to item D, please.
Yes, I would like to move to approve ordinance 2026-03, amending Monroe County Code Chapter 225, the Environmental Resiliency Commission.
I will second that. Mr. Cockrell?
Yes, this amendment primarily just changes who's been appointed. I have been asked to request an amendment for the item 9, which currently reads District Manager of the Monroe County Soil and Water Conservation District or their designee. That's the one that's going to be added. We're removing one of the common appointments and replace that with an employee of the Monroe County Soil and Water Conservation District, and not worry about the designee part.
Okay.
So if you would care to amend it that way, that would be
Yes.
great.
I will move to amend the text to read employee of Monroe County Soil and Water Conservation District. Can I get a second?
Yes, I will second that motion.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second to amend this agenda item. And let's see if there's any public comment on this amendment. Raise your hand on Teams, come to the podium. All right, seeing none, all those in favor of approving the amendment to ordinance 2026-03 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries to amend. Mr. Cockrell, anything else you wish to add?
I think it's pretty straightforward. I think it's just changing the composition.
It is, it does. And I don't know, Mr. Kreider, did you want to add anything as the person who leads this group?
Sure thing. Good morning, Commissioners. Richard Kreider, Resiliency Commission President. I think this is a great move. We had the vacancy in the climate plan that you all adopted. There's an implementation matrix, and when we began to dissect that by department, it quickly became apparent that soil and water is all over it. So this just makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. And we already made our resident appointment to that board, so that has already been done. So we're complete on our end. We just need to make sure the council completes theirs, and I'm not sure
They
when
have.
theirs are. Okay, perfect. Great. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank you for your stewardship. Any comments or questions? I don't have any either. It is very straightforward. Thank you for working on this. I know Ms. Turner King was pivotal in getting this updated, so thank you to her as well. All those in favor? Oh, you know what? Public comment on the amended ordinance. I did not do that yet. Does anybody have any public comment on this item on ordinance 2026-03? All right, seeing none. All those in favor of approving the amended ordinance 2026-03 signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
I would like to move to approve Bounds Flooring Incorporated for floor covering replacement at Community Corrections, voter registration, and Johnson Hardware Buildings. Fund name, Cumulative Capital, Fund number 1138, in the amount of $17,917.40.
I will second that. Mr. Kreider.
Good morning again, Commissioners. Richard Kreider, Building and Fleet Manager. In early December, a water heater in the Johnson Hardware Building ruptured, releasing a significant amount of water into the surrounding area, resulting in damage to flooring, cabinetry, and ceiling tile. A flood mitigation team was brought in immediately to extract water and dry the affected areas. This request is to approve the proposal submitted by Bounds Flooring, Inc. to replace carpet, laminate flooring, and wall base damaged by the ruptured water heater in the amount of $17,917.40.
Right. Thank you so much. Any comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
I don't have any. Thank you.
I have a question, and it relates to both this and the next item. So there was some mention on Tuesday that voter registration is moving, but that is not until after the filing deadline.
Correct. Which is maybe February 6th, I think. And then the plan is to move them on the 9th.
Okay, perfect. And they're going to Showers Building on the second floor.
Yep.
Until the first floor is available.
Got it.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure I understood everything that's happening and that the public, more importantly, understood
A lot of
everything that's
moving
happening.
parts here.
Yeah, for sure. And it would be nice to do some signage now, even just to let people know that that's coming. Because, you know, voter registration is an important thing before in an election year. So we got to make sure that folks have that opportunity to get that done. So thank you so much. Any public comment on this item? You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the Bounds Flooring, Inc. agreement for floor covering replacement at Community Corrections, voter registration, and Johnson Hardware Building signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. And our next item, please.
I would like to move approval for Strausser Construction Incorporated for construction repairs and ADA restroom improvement at Community Corrections, voters registration, and Johnson Hardware Building. Fund name.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Fund name, Cumulative Capital, Fund number 1138, in the amount of $33,720.
I will second that. Mr. Kreider.
Okay, this request is for approval. Strausser Construction Incorporated to complete trim repair, replace ceiling tiles damaged by a ruptured water heater, and to combine two small side-by-side damaged restrooms into one larger ADA-compliant restroom at the Johnson Hardware Building in the amount of $33,720. In addition to this, I want to add that combining the two non-compliant restrooms into a single ADA-compliant restroom advances the goals outlined in the county's ADA transition plan and allows us to complete an accessibility improvement while the area is already under construction.
Perfect. Good idea. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
Nope, just more efficient. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that. Smart move. All right, any public comment on this item? You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Ms. Brady. Good morning.
Good morning. Linda Brady, Chief Probation Officer. We just want to say thank you so much. We've been in that building, as you know, since 1996, and to have an ADA compliant restroom on that floor is just, we're so happy. So we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And of course, nobody could have planned that hot water heater implosion, but I think this is the best recovery possible. So good moves. All right. Any other public comment? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the Strausser Construction Agreement for construction repairs, ADA restroom improvement, Community Corrections, voter registration, Johnson Hardware Building, signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Next item, please.
I would like to move to approve B-Tech Fire and Security Fire Alarm Replacement at the Historic Courthouse. Fund name, Cumulative Capital, Fund number 1138 in the amount of $17,139.32.
All right, I will second that. Mr. Kreider.
Right, requesting approval of the proposal submitted by BTEC in the amount of $17,139.32 to replace the existing fire alarm panel system. While the current system remains operational, diagnostic work performed during a recent safety inspection indicated that the fire alarm panel is nearing the end of its service life, and replacement is recommended at this time. The proposed scope of work includes installation of a new fire alarm control panel and annunciator, replacement of detectors and pull stations, and installation of all required relays and modules.
Great, thank you so much. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
I have none. This sounds essential.
So the annunciator is? What is the annunciator?
Oh, boy. I think that, I want to say that that's the thing that makes the call out.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, no, it's important to obviously keep this updated. I know there are so many false alarm calls into fire departments across the city and the county, not from this building, but from a lot of apartments and dorms and.
Oh, yes.
It's important to do so we don't get into that same tailspin. All right, see if there's any public comment on this. All right, seeing none, all those in favor of approving the BTEC Fire and Security contract for fire alarm replacement at the historic courthouse signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Thank you, sir.
You.
Move on to our next item, please.
I would like to move approval of the Ice Miller Legal Counsel Agreement, Fund name County General, Fund number 1000 in the amount of $42,000.
All right, I will second that. Ms. Purdy?
Yes, this is kind of a continuation of prior contracts that you have had. Previously, the individuals involved was titled TAM Capital Group, but they have since merged with Ice Miller Legal Services. And this contract provides for the monitoring of the Indiana General Assembly and state government leaders on issues affecting county government. And they serve as your advocates for the county on issues impacting our county operations. And they also provide regular written and verbal updates specific to new bills that are affecting county government.
Thank you so much. Comments or questions, Commissioner Regier?
No, they've always provided excellent service, and now the excellent service will just get more excellent.
Yeah, bigger staff, same cost, like it. Great, any public comment on this item? You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. I will note for the record that this is not part of the uploaded agenda on the website.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's interesting.
Yeah. So,
I will get that.
yeah. All right. Any public comment? And seeing none, all those in favor of approving the Ice Miller Legal Counsel Agreement signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. And move on to our next item, please.
I would like to move approval for Innovative Technical Solutions, Fund name Local Health Maintenance, Fund number 1168 in the amount of $200 a month.
I will second that. Good morning again, Ms. Kelly. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. So the department has been using this system for several years. So essentially, this is helps us do our financial reporting. So all of the payments that we have coming into the department go through this system. Then we use this system daily to balance our accounts and make the bank deposits.
Right. Makes sense. Any comments or questions? I don't have any. It makes total sense. Any public comment on this item? You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the Innovative Technical Solutions Agreement, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 2-0. Thank you. All right, our next item, please.
I would like to move approval for BI Incorporated Electronic Monitoring Services Agreement, Fund Name Probation Public Safety LIT Fund, Fund Number 1170, in the amount of $160,000.
All right, I will second that. Ms. Brady.
Back again, Linda Brady, Chief Probation Officer. I actually come to you with good news today, good financial news. Our Home Detention Program Director, Christian Carlisle, reached out to our longtime electronic monitoring vendor, which is BI Incorporated, to see if there's any way they could reduce our costs. It's one of our biggest single cost for the department that are not personnel. BI was willing to work with us to reduce costs, and I want to shout out to Christian and say thank you for reaching out and working on this. So there is a new revised contract with BI, and it provides cost savings in 4 areas. So the first area is SoberLink, which is the home alcohol detect unit. It's you blow into the unit, takes a picture, and you get prompted throughout the day to blow into the unit at random periods of time. The judges tend to use this device for repeat drunk drivers, is probably the number one type of person who would be using this. So they reduced the price from $545 per unit per day to $395 per unit per day, which is about a 28% reduction. That's the first. The next is replacement costs. So for the SoberLink. So from time to time, we have clients who damage our equipment or abscond with the equipment. Of course, we don't like that and discourage that, but it happens. And we do, if we find the people, ask them to pay, the judges try to require them to pay, but that rarely happens. So the cost we have to pay is $800 per SoberLink unit, and they've reduced that to $600 replacement cost, so that's a 25% reduction. The next unit, Locate, it's our GPS electronic monitoring anklet. That's the biggest piece of electronic monitoring that we use. Reducing it from $320 per unit per day to $280 per unit per day. That's 12.5% reduction. And so we were glad to get any reduction at all with the number one unit that we use. And then the replacement cost for the GPS Locate went from $2,099 per unit to $1,560 per unit, or 25% reduction. The only other change in the contract, this goes till May 3rd, 2027, unless terminated by either party. Our previous contract was just automatically renewed every year. So this will save us money. We don't know how much it will save. We'll have to keep a close eye on that. But at this point, we know it's going to be a good savings for us. So we ask for approval. Thank you.
And thank you to the staff member who did this. Yes. Huge help. So the $160,000, because you don't know how many units you're going to have out at any time, that's like a not to exceed amount, or
right?
That's your budgeted amount?
As far as what's budgeted, correct. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Comments or questions?
Well, we're already saying that our employees are just fabulous, and this just exemplifies this.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. This is amazing.
Yeah. Everybody's really trying to figure out how can we save?
Yeah.
What can we
Yeah.
do?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, well, this is just a paradigmatic example. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Pass along our kudos. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none. All those in favor of approving the BI Inc. Electronic Monitoring Services Agreement signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. All right, next item.
Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
The
Thank
next
you.
person's coming up is with my department, Jeff Hartman, our juvenile probation director. And speaking of cost savings, he's going to be talking about a JDAI, Juvenile Detention Alternative Initiative project. But I don't have the figure in front of me, but since we joined JDAI in 2014, the cost of detention that you pay those bills has gone down dramatically. Yeah.
Huge. Great.
So,
Thank
okay,
you.
We'll talk to you. Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Next item.
Good morning.
Wait, we have to do a motion. Parenting Solutions.
That's
It
actually
was-
Christine McCaffrey.
No, that's okay. He's going to do it.
Okay. All right. Yes, I'd like to move to approve an MOU with Parenting Solutions, fund name JDAI Programming, fund number 9145, in the amount of $5,500.
I will second that. Mr. Hartman, thank you. Thanks for being here.
We're seeking approval of the MOU with Parenting Solutions to provide education outreach at no cost to the family to support the resources of Monroe County families. Parenting Solutions will host one in-person referral source event and conduct community outreach to increase awareness of available services such as the Parent Project and Preparing Kids for Success.
Right. Great program. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
No, this is awesome, and providing it at no cost to the families is wonderful.
Yeah, really makes a big difference. Thank you. All right, let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the MOU with Parenting Solutions signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
I would like to move to approve the NDOT agreement for Community Crossing Matching Grant, or CCMG, fund name Economic Development, LIT, fund number 2402, and the grant amount of $1 million.
I will second that. Ms. Ridge.
Good morning. So Monroe County was awarded the $1 million cap for the Community Crossing Matching Grant Program in December. The projects that were awarded are for paving, and the next item on here is actually opening bids for those paving projects that will be done in 2026.
Excellent. Would you like to share with the public the paving that is planned?
I can.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
I'll read the road, but some of these roads are very lengthy, so it might be a section of the road instead of reading the from and to on the descriptions form.
Thank you.
So we have Bennett Lane, Breeden Road, Crum Road, Graves Road, Mount Tabor Road, Old State Road 37 North, Popcorn Road, Prather Road, Rush Ridge Fork Road, Rush Ridge Road, Thacker Road, Wampler Road, Woodyard Road, That Road, Cortland Drive, Cider Court, Winesap Court, Lake Monroe Drive, Molly Court, Nature's Way, Roy Bailey Drive, Jeremy Drive, Nicole Street, Viola Drive.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And again, some of those may be partial paving projects.
Correct.
Excellent. And you got the full amount.
We did. It was very competitive this time around. The funding, I believe, used to be around $350 million that was given out for this program. It went down to $100 million.
Wow.
I think there is a House bill out now to try and increase that back up to maybe $175 million. So we're very fortunate. I know a lot of local partners around here, entities that we work with, surrounding counties were not awarded. So we're very fortunate that we actually were a success in this award.
Yeah, I think it's because you complete projects, you complete them on time, and you complete them to spec. And we really appreciate the hard work that goes into that. It doesn't just happen. So we really do appreciate you and your staff and everything that happens. And I think I heard the city of Bloomington did not get awarded this year. So grateful, 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 as will our residents be. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You raise your hand in Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the NDOT agreement for Community Crossing Matching Grant signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. And now we will move on to opening the bids for the Community Crossing paving projects, and we'll...
Okay, so we did receive 4 bids for the paving projects. The first one is from DC Construction Services. DC Construction Services bid is $3,428,982.60. The next bid that we have is from Howard Companies. And the bid from Howard Companies is $3,168,124.15. The next bid we have is Milestone. And Milestone is $2,169,377.90. And the last bid we have is E&B Paving. And E&B Paving is $2,215,722.75. We will check the bids over, make sure everything's, all the documents and requested documents are in place, and then we'll be bringing it back to you for an award in probably a couple weeks.
Great. Thank you so much. We will take this under advisement. Yes? Okay. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of the bidders. Okay. Do we have any other items on the agenda that I'm missing?
No.
Okay. I just want to make sure. All right. We do have appointments today, and this includes our liaison and our continuing appointments aren't on this list, by the way. So if you would go ahead and make one big honking motion, that would be great.
Sure. I would like to move to reappoint John Weichert and Joyce Pauling to the Capital Improvement Board. These will be 2-year appointments through 2028. I move to appoint Amanda Turnipseed to the Traffic Commission. This will be a 2-year appointment through December 31st, 2027. I will move to reappoint Lee Jones to the Drainage Board and to the Resiliency Committee. I move to reappoint Lee Jones to liaise with the Trails Committee and the Parks and Recreation Board. I move to reappoint Julie Thomas to the Planning Commission and to the Metropolitan Planning Organization, with both Jody Madeira and Lee Jones serving as proxies. And I move to reappoint Julie Thomas to liaise with the Health Board and the Chamber of Commerce. And I move to reappoint Jody Madeira to liaise with both the BDC and the Downtown Bloomington Incorporated Group.
All right, I will second that. Thank you for reading all those. I know it's always odd to read your own name, like, I'm going to appoint myself. Thank you for doing that. And thank you to everyone who's willing to serve. A big thank you to Ms. Pauling and Mr. Weichert for their stellar work on the Capital Improvement Board for Monroe County, getting that convention center done. With that, all those in favor of approving these appointments signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. And I will note at the outset here that we do have some key vacancies on boards and commissions, and would ask the community to consider whether or not they have an interest and an inclination to apply to serve. We have a vacancy on the Traffic Commission, on the Library Board. That's an important one as well. And we have 3 positions vacant on the Board of Health, Animal Management Commission, and the South Central Regional Sewer District. We're doing some reworking behind the scenes on the Substance Use Disorder Commission. So that hopefully we'll have next week and can do some of those appointments then. All of this so important. So we do encourage people to consider serving on boards and commissions. And if I haven't listed one and you have an interest, then I encourage you to send in an application for what you are interested in. It makes a difference to others in the community, and we really appreciate it. Also, just a note, we continue to have office hours 6 times per month. Go to our county calendar and check out the days and times and join us via Teams for a discussion. And look forward to hearing your input, your insight, your ideas, anything that you have to offer. We want to hear it. We have lost a key member of local government. Dan Combs was the Perry Township trustee for 40 years. My gosh. Amazing guy. I mean, just so wise, so knowledgeable, and he listened and he learned, and he got things done for the people. And so we're really, really going to miss him, and send out our deepest sympathies to his family and all of his friends in the community, which are numerous. So we are going to miss him. And I would remind folks as well that we are off on Monday for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. And that's a day on, not a day off. So we encourage folks to find some way to contribute and volunteer in the community this weekend, Monday, anytime really, because there are always people that need help. And speaking of needing help, I will tell you that the blood drive at Ivy Tech is going to be next on Wednesday, February 11th from 1 to 6 p.m. and Thursday, February 12th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. This is at Ivy Tech, rooms C130A and B. We encourage you to make an appointment at redcross.org, but they will get you in if you just drop in. So we appreciate all the folks who donate blood, and go Hoosiers. And what else am I missing?
Just to speak on the loss of Dan,
Yeah.
I had people reach out who were in their teens, 20s, 30s, who had been his students, and his loss is felt as a teacher, as a person. I mean, he was really the beating heart of one of the beating hearts of our community in so many ways.
Yeah.
And his loss is very deeply and keenly felt.
Yeah, it's huge.
So,
It is huge. And it's something we're going to be feeling for quite some time.
Yes, he is irreplaceable.
Yep. But I stopped by, talked to staff briefly this week, and they're doing well, and as can be expected. But it is a huge loss, and we encourage folks to share their memories. Dan Combs is teacher, Dan Combs is township trustee, Dan Combs is all-around great guy who understood nature in ways that most people never will. I've learned a lot from him, so really, really going to miss him. We have a work session at noon, correct? Okay, so that is when we are coming back. Otherwise, our next meeting will be here in the Nat U Hill Room on January 22nd at 10 a.m. We appreciate everyone for attending, and we will be back at noon for the work session. Thanks, everyone. We're adjourned.